upright. So linking it to the position what he's ready to sacrifice for the meeting to happen. He is ready to sacrifice the stars. That's interesting because, well, stars is an indication for something, for some kind of destiny, for astrology, for the guidance of the higher forces in life. And this card is saying to us that he is ready to sacrifice. He is ready to sacrifice the guidance of the higher forces, which is quite a question here. Well, let's look further at the further meanings, because for me it doesn't make sense, because the rest of the cards is telling us that he's not ready to sacrifice anything for the meeting. He's not interested in even occupying his head with a private life and so on. So, no, strange. The next position is called what he is not ready to sacrifice for the meeting or for that relationship that he would get interested in. And it's represented by the Seven of Swords, upright, Seven of Swords. Let me check the classical depiction of the Seven of Swords to be on the safe side. And it's like this: theft and dishonesty. Theft and dishonesty. And he is not ready to sacrifice this. He is not ready to sacrifice theft and dishonesty for the sake of the relationship or of the meeting. Wow. The only way I can think of interpreting it is maybe he has convinced himself in some things, for example, that he is already not in the age to get interested in someone, and he's kind of taken care of more important things than just private life and getting involved into a relationship, and maybe it's kind of not completely. This position is means being not completely honest with himself, I guess. Yeah. Well, here we can see a cat who is having a rest, relaxing, and is not paying attention to what is going on around him, and around him is going on a very busy activity of the rats. They are doing whatever they want. Yes, so kind of I can interpret it as Vladimir Putin himself not looking around with respect to recognizing or noticing some interesting persons around him, and well, mostly that's it. Okay, next one is called 9. what's going to help Vladimir Putin to encounter, to run into someone who he would get interested in. And this position is represented by the card the World. How to interpret this? How the world is going to help him? Well, I would say that maybe he would only get a chance to meet someone like who would really be interesting for him if he understands this world only after he resolves for himself the questions he has asked himself and the world. Maybe after this question is resolved, he can deal with finding a partner for the rest of his life, or I don't know. Maybe after this, after he resolves this priority to understand some secrets of the world, how it works, maybe he's like anyone also searching for the answers, and after he resolves those questions, he would feel more eager to recognize and to notice interesting people around. The next position is what is hindering, what's an obstacle. And here we have got again the card the Stars, just from another deck. We have got this very same card in the position. What is he ready to sacrifice for the meeting to happen? And here we have got it in the position what's hindering, and it's kind of a contradiction, because he was ready to sacrifice the guidance of the higher forces, and here the same guidance of the higher forces is an obstacle. Yes, wow, such a dilemma in his situation. The last position is called whom should he pay attention to? Maybe he knows this person already, and this position is represented by the King of Swords, which is obviously not a feminine card. So I will interpret it like this. So if Mr. Putin can think of someone with these traits, maybe it's a daughter of some King of Swords, or some relative, or some, I don't know, employee or something. So there is a King of Swords, which denotes a person